Fans of rapper PnB Rock are mourning his loss after he was killed during a robbery inside a popular restaurant in South LA.
Apparently a brief exchange of words happened. That's when the gunman then shot the rapper, took some of items off of the rapper, and then fled.
Patrol officers, when they arrived, they found a male suffering gunshot wounds, and that male was then transported to the hospital. I'm sorry to say that the victim has been pronounced deceased.
Welcome to the TIP Network, where we help you level up self-improvement and
a sprinkle of sarcasm.
But today, no sarcasm because of the tragic events that had happened to PnB Rock.
Yeah.
Tragically passed away at a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles diner.
Yeah.
So what do we know about this situation?
Well, I mean, the details that we have now is that apparently the lady that he was with shared a location or tagged them or did something on Instagram.
Yep.
And some folks just showed up, attempted to rob him, shot him. The life is snuffed out because of just really practices.
What is the main message about this whole event? Because it seems like, is the girl to blame?
Well, okay. So
who's to blame? Where are we going with this?
So number one, you're ultimately responsible for your own life. You're ultimately responsible, and that's a lot of times, like especially men of status. You have to understand that it's your fault because you're on the line. Okay, you have to be responsible,
especially when you're at a high status position like him in the public eye.
But I would even say that any status of life, a man has to be a man, and you can't walk around want to be a leader and surround yourself with folks who are just not worthy of being around you. Why do I say she's not worthy of being around them? Because she's so enthused one way or the other, and I have my own theories on it, but she's so enthused to show where she is that she put somebody in danger, in jeopardy. And so, I mean, here's the bottom line is that if you make this amount of money or you're this person of status, if you're with the appropriate people who's used to that life, they're not going to be doing that anyway. You know, they're going to value. I mean, it's just not like going to Chicken and Waffles. That's something for the paparazzi to catch a shot of you going in and out, not for you to play the paparazzi yourself. I mean, just think about it. Nowadays, people, when I was coming up, people used to run from the paparazzi. Or they used to say, okay, these jackasses are here and I'm going to go do my thing. And then you see these shots like, oh, this is whoever looking normal without makeup coming out of a Safeway or a Vons or a grocery store. But now we're actually doing the paparazzi thing to ourselves. I go someplace with you and you tag, oh, well, we're here at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. And then, I mean,
PnB Rock in this situation, rest in power. He should have vetted the girl, knowing that the girl was all about the clout. I'm assuming that she only wants to be with him because of the clout, and now showing a picture of what they're eating, showing the geolocation of where they're at to everybody else. Hey, I'm with PnB Rock.
Well, here's the thing, gentlemen. You have to have rules. You have to have your rules, and when you're somebody with a lot to lose, one of the main rules has to be you don't tell everybody where we are until after we left. She could have took a picture. As soon as they left, she could have posted that picture. It didn't have to be live.
Yeah.
You know, she could have been in a car and be like, I'm leaving. And she could have, hey, I'm going to post a picture of where we were. Cool. I'm not there anymore. I'm not in trouble.
Do you think this should apply to anyone in real life?
Yes.
Even if they have a following or not? Should people be posting their geolocation where they're at?
Anybody with anything to lose should not be doing that. It's stupidity.
I mean, people have been robbed while they're on vacation because they've been posting that, oh, I've been going on vacation this day and this day.
And then they come back and their house empty.
Yeah.
They come back, their house totally empty because, your neighbors who says like, man, this dude got a nice television or whatever, back in the day, or somebody's doing homework on you, and you leave and you tell everybody, hey, not only am I leaving, I'm not going to be here for this long a time, going out of town for the weekend, this and that. I mean, hell, back in the day when we used to leave the lights on so people would think that people were there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a total shift in mentality in this quick clout chasing for the fame mentality that we have is really starting to haunt this younger generation.
And making a rapper being the most dangerous profession in the modern age. Which I think is totally crazy how now it's like you can't even have a normal meal at Roscoe's and Chicken or wherever you want to go to where people are showing up to your spot now. And not only that, now you got to be keeping in mind what your date is going to do, whether she's going to be posting your location or not, or people that are your friends wanting to share that clout, your clout, get some of your clout, and showing like, oh, I'm with this dude. But then guess what happens? Yep. Somebody that you don't want to come to your spot shows up and wants to exact violence on you.
But your date shouldn't be doing that anyway.
Yeah.
You have to be in charge.
laying the ground rules,
You have to
having
say,
them asking
like,
a friend.
listen, this is not going to happen. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You already seen what happened to Pop Smoke when he posted where he was living at.
On accident, too.
On accident, right? So
yeah.
if you're not going to learn from the other rules, then I'm not saying that nobody deserves to get, snuffed out when they're trying to eat some chicken and waffles. Jesus Christ. Everyone loves chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you have to learn from the mistakes of others and start to saying, listen, he left his hometown of Philly. He's not in Philly. He's in LA. Everybody knows LA is wild right now. Everybody knows LA is wild right now. So you have to maintain frame and say, no. I don't care if this is what you want. If this is what you're going to do, you can't be with me. And I'm saying, men, you have to start taking control. One thing that I do agree with a lot of sentiment, and people say that, people will say, oh, this is misogynistic when you say this, but I don't think so. A lot of stuff that we deem as bad behavior from our partners, we let them do it, and we just get mad about it. It's bad behavior to post a geolocation of where you are when someone is famous.
But it's even crazy that he has to be mindful. All of us have to be mindful of this. Whoever we're dating, whoever we're hanging around with, we have to let the other person know, hey, don't be posting my geolocation because you never know who's going to be coming through that other side of that door.
It's not even that.
Or targeting you.
It's not even that. Hey, I want to have a peaceful meal. So don't do that. Period.
And if you're going to do it after. A couple days after or whatever.
If you can't understand that, then you no longer earn the right to be in my presence. PnB Rock he should have acted like his presence was the gift.
It is the gift.
His presence was the gift, right?
The gift, yeah.
She's with him for the status, for the clout, for the fame. Oh, I like whatever, whatever.
To be waiting at the finish line.
She's waiting at the finish line saying, good job. He's the one who's important.
Yeah.
So as the person, as a primary mover and shaker of that entire situation.
As a man.
You have to say, listen, I'm not going for this. And there's not much more to say about it, man. How tragic is this? A young dude, his career started in 2014. I seen a lot of interviews with him where he was even saying when he was a younger dude, he would get out of character, but now he doesn't get out of character like that. He's trying to move up, and we're seeing a lot of folks, kind of get snuffed out before we can realize their potential. And this is nothing new because we said the exact same thing about Tupac.
So how come this energy is coming towards people in the rap industry or in the entertainment field?
It's always been there. It's always been there.
Is it out of envy? Is it out because these people have more wealth?
It's always been there. People will always feed off of people who are unaware with money.
Okay.
So I remember,
and women are pretty attached to money too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys are unaware of female nature, and especially with female that is only with you for your bag.
Well, but he knows she's with him for his bag. He's not stupid. And if he is that stupid to say that, because she wasn't with you before the bag. But here's the deal. I remember spending a good amount of time in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I remember the Hawaiian natives used to sit here and they said, oh, look at the Japanese and the Korean visitors. They got the money. We're going to rob them. And I was like, why are you robbing them? They said, oh, they got the money. And look at them. They're walking around in a paradise, not aware of how dangerous it is, going into the wrong neighborhoods, and they get taken care of.
It's like you manifest this life, the universe is giving you what you want, but you're ignoring all the dangers that come with that kind of life and with that wealth and with that status.
Exactly. I say this to anybody. Anybody who, when you go to a place and your status is higher, you must be on high alert. All the travel brothers, when you're overseas and this and that. Look, I lived overseas in 2 different countries, right? Yes, Thailand, one of the safest places in the world. Still things happen. Still you get taken advantage of. So you just have to keep your head on the swivel and understand that you are not a regular person if you go to some place. You are a person of high status. Unfortunately, PnB Rock should have realized that he's not a regular person. He's a person of high status. It's not his fault what happened to him. But we need to learn from these actions. We need to learn from these tragedies how to be better in operating our day-to-day lives.
Yeah. All right. So if a female that you know, or any friend for that matter, and you are in a position where now you are a bigger content creator, you're having some kind of clout, maybe not a clout like a mainstream artist, but you tell that individual, hey, don't be posting my status. Don't let people really know I'm hanging out with you. If that person were to violate any of those rules that you laid out to them for you wanting to be in going out with that person, how many chances does that person get to violate your rules with them?
They don't get a chance.
They don't get a chance.
It's automatically understood. I'm a private person. This is my public life. This is my private life. First of all, I got a wife, so it's not happening anyway, right? But I'm a private person. So listen to me. If you do something like that, you're done. You're done. You don't get a chance. Oh, don't do that again. What? You did this? All right, cool. Bye. You're done. You know, because that's the same type of person that, like, you invite them to a party at your house, and then you're at your house and you have really nice, and they're running their mouth about how they were at your house, and all of a sudden you having people jump your fence and try to rob you.
Yeah.
You know, so I come from the era when people used to come in your house, kick down the door, home invasion, take stuff from you,
They've
and
been
leave.
doing that a lot recently.
And leave.
So,
I mean, like,
even
in the suburbs of San Mateo, there was a rash of that stuff that happened like 15 years ago, and it happened all up and down my block. So I'm from that era. So I understand that, like, the best thing to do is just to keep quiet and keep your stuff on hush-hush, you know?
So is that the bottom line?
Top, middle, and bottom line.
All right. So also be careful of the girls you associate with. I mean, I'm so sure some of these girls are beautiful. They're attractive.
Yeah, but so what?
They'd be lustful, but is your life really worth it?
Yeah, so what?
So you got to be thinking with this head, not that little head.
All that glitters isn't gold, right?
Nope.
All right. All that glitters isn't gold.
So anyway, rest in power, PnB Rock.
Yeah, it's tragedies happen. I don't like to see young men get snuffed out. As I go along in life, I see more and more young folks happening, and it's the same story over and over again. It's the same story over and over again with the culture, right? You know, like, so if we didn't learn from Tupac, we didn't learn from Biggie, we didn't learn. We could just keep going, right? We didn't learn from
Nipsey Hussle.
We didn't learn from Nip.
And the guy, he was really trying.
We didn't learn from Neighborhood Nip. We didn't learn from Pop Smoke. We have to start learning these lessons now. Okay, so thank you for everybody rocking with us.
Yep.
No outros. You know,
outros. Yeah.
If you like it, subscribe.
You know what to do. Just do the buttons.
And everybody take care of yourself. And you know, let's just make better choices.
All right. And so, what's the last thing we're gonna say? Keep safe, all.
All right.
This is the Happiness Podcast. I'm Grover.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn. I'm Scotty.
This motherfucker right here, boy. Leave your comments and like and subscribe on YouTube. Booty in your face.
We found true happiness.